years and to live happily with Kobi through life's love and tears. So in conclusion, as Ravi would say, that was a very good decision. And you should follow through. My final consultative process was with the matriarch of the family, Gwendolyn May Ford.
We love you, Nana.
We love you. She also said, like Ravi, that's a very good choice. Tell him I accept. So she said, and also, now that he's a member of the family, I will knit him woolly socks and jocks for the rest of his days, for the rest of my days. Because then I gave him some advice: accept the socks, decline the jocks. The woolly jocks will tickle your balls, and you now have a wife to do that. Thank you all. And we look forward to your glasses.
Nana will love that.
Glasses to Kobi and Mid Shetty.
No, Kobi and Mid.
And now we have the man that made my sister happy, which apparently I couldn't do as a kid because I terrorised the crap out of her. Vidya Chetty.
We love you, Nana. Oh, Nana, you love you.
Hi Nana. Hi Mum.
Sorry. I know it's customary at this point to say something about my wife and how stunning she looks and how her sari suits me very much. But I can honestly say, hand on heart, I've never seen you look beautiful as you do today. Does anyone object if I kiss the bride again?
No. Do that
That's right, Joe. Gushing eulogies aside, I'd like to welcome you all to our special day, the Salmon Tree. I know both Kobi and I feel very lucky that guests from as far away as Australia and the UK, as well as Mumbai and Bangalore, have made it today. And America, of course, sorry.
Naringal East.
And Ireland. Anyone else on the list?
Naringal East.
And a bit of experts. Not to mention our local bunt contingent, that's Shesses, Ryan, Hegdays, who've had to bear the Bangalorean traffic, which I think can only be best described as collective anarchy. It's hard work, isn't it? And that's a common passenger. However, specific thanks should be reserved for a select few. Our wedding planner, Lakshmi.
Here she is.
And her team who've done such a tremendous job coordinating events today. There she is. Lovely Leah, for graphic design genius, in designing our wedding invites and helping organise Kobi's raucous hen party in Melbourne. Yeah. My good friend John Coleman, I'm not sure where he's here, who organised my first buck stew in Exeter. John, I think it's the first time I've ever seen the best man more worse for wear than the group. Russell, where's Russell? Russell back there, for organising my second buck stew in Ibiza that my father was lucky enough to attend. He still asks me when he can go back again. And Flip for organising my third and final buck stew, as well as making Kobi look as beautiful as she does today. A man of many talents. My aunt Chiki Shaku, Shrida Mama, and Kusama, and my mother Vijay, for not only helping organise today, but the Mendi, SIM cards, people's accommodation, and attending numerous pujas on my behalf. My father, Raviana, for his expert delegation and alcohol recommendations. I think we've got enough Johnny Walker Black Label for everyone. And of course, my darling wife, Kobi, for not only agreeing to a wedding on what is my home turf, but also the months, almost a year's worth of preparation. We're almost there. And marrying me 3 times. Finally, particular thanks must go to Barry and Joe for producing as fine an offspring as Kobi. You know, they say that a man shouldn't judge his fiancée on her current looks, but also consider the looks of her mother. And can I just say, Joe, I was very happy with her. And of course, Barry, what can I say? A true gentleman who's been like a surrogate father to me in Australia. He's taught me how to kick in Aussie rules football properly, as well as leading me on strenuous bushwalks. Thank you, Barry. Thank you all, in fact. Can I raise a toast? Yeah. Thank you all.
Cheers!
Anyone I've missed? Very sorry. I feel lucky to have been born of Indian parents and have had the opportunity to experience an Indian wedding such as this, especially one where it's a marriage between 2 cultures, Western and Indian. However, I'm aware that many of my Bund relatives may not know Kobi very well, how we got together, our courtship period, up until now. So sit back, relax, and I'll fill you in on the details. Again, don't look so worried, Mum.
Turn it off and start it off. I have to interrupt.
Kobi and I met in 2007 at our friend Rory's 35th birthday party in London. Backslapping, but during melee, I think Kobi said yes, or at least I'm working on that theory. I know at the beginning of the speech, I said I'd tell you how Kobi and I got together, our premarital period, but I haven't yet talked about Kobi and why I love her. And I think this is best illustrated with a chat I once had with one of her friends who she used to work with in Fremantle, WA, Australia. I think her name was Beatrice. This girl told me they used to call her Mary at work, and they couldn't quite figure out, Kobi couldn't quite figure out why they called her Mary, as she didn't look like Jesus' mum, and that wasn't her name. And it was only after some time that she would find out that they called her Mary was because of the lead character in the film. There's something about Mary who possesses qualities that everyone finds attractive. And that is, in fact, how I feel about Kobi. She's funny, kind, loving, teaches me new things, cricket trivia, as Dad was always into kabaddi, DIY advice, car maintenance, to name a few. She can cook freestyle Indian, Thai, Aussie, is talented at whatever she turns her hand at, whether that be art, snowboarding, fashion design. But above all, we share the same view, want the same things in life, and are best friends. And for that reason, I'm truly grateful to have the honour of calling you my wife. So finally, I'd like to raise a toast to my wife Kobi and our new life as a married couple.
God, I don't want to cry.
Back in England, and he's asked me to say a few words about him today. Oh, okay, is that good? Yeah. But first of all, I'd like to start by thanking Vin and thanking Kobi and his parents for bringing us all here today for this fantastic day. And sharing in this kind of extraordinary experience. So I think we can have a quick taste. So it was a bit quick to the last one, but we can have a bit of a clap, we can have a bit of a taste. Thank you very much. Yeah. So I've known Vin since school. I remember asking him when we were young, what's his name meant? He said it meant lightning. Now I wasn't sure at the time whether he was having me on, as he does regularly. But as I was to learn, he certainly was a force to be reckoned with. At school, Vin always worked hard. He did well academically and at most sports, so long as it didn't require a bat, a racket, or any coordination. Very truly excelled was in his extracurricular activities, starting with escapades on the dance floors of Brighton. He was a menace, Always first on and always last on. Always easy to find. He was the guy wearing the shades, throwing his arms around in the middle of the dance floor, thrusting his butt in the air, apparently breakdancing. There would be no one within 10 feet of him for fear of getting a broken nose or a black eye. After a night out of bed, he would often stay over at mine. Sadly though, that came to an end when my mum found him parading around the house with nothing on except a frilly face towel wrapped around his body. Inevitably, he'd finished school with good grades and got a place at Southampton University. He made some good friends at university, many of them who are here today, down there. They were seemingly brought together by their shared interest in midnight rambling and the behavioural patterns of a silverback gorilla, an impression of which Vid does rather too convincingly, and he may show you later. After 3 years at Southampton, he finished with a good degree. Thankfully, this meant his next job was better than his first. Now we all have to start somewhere, but Vid's first taste of employment, which he wisely didn't tell me about some years later, was promoting products at a local supermarket wearing only lycra. Dressing up then seems to become a bit of a theme for Vid. Here are just some of the examples you can find on his Facebook page. In fact, you can do the honours, please. The first one we have is, that's apparently Avatar. It's a bit blurry, so we'll that later. And next we have my personal favourite, Evil Ringmaster. I'm into the show this one. We're not really truly sure who was trying to be here. We can show this and we Granny looks hot.
Yeah, I didn't have a decent shave like that.
However, with his new academic achievements and more regular attire, he managed to secure a job at UBS Bank. Although he almost missed his first day when some partying overseas got a little out of hand, this brought Vid to London, a new and exciting land for him to explore. Going to one pub or party on a Friday simply wouldn't do for Vid. There had to be 6 pubs and 6 parties. It was the same on a Saturday night, or weekends, on his bike, cycling between pubs and parties. He did it for about a decade, covering thousands of miles. Finally, his partying antics paid off when he met a girl called Kobi, who seemed to respond to the mating call of the silverback. She too had a thirst for travel and adventure. Not only that, but she was cool as well. So cool, in fact, that he followed her all around the globe to Melbourne, where they now live, and Vid's energetic personality has been welcomed with open arms. Now Kobi. And this not having been around, although my nerves have been given a break from all the practical jokes and my wallet from his continuous chats today, but I really do miss him. But I know with you he is happy. I can see a calmness in him that wasn't there before, one that's given him a more refined confidence and has made him an even greater force than he was to start with. So on that note, I'd like to invite you all to raise your glasses in a toast to my mate Vid and his beautiful wife Kobi, and to the rest of their lives together, wherever that may be next. To Vid and Kobi.
I think that's it. So everybody just enjoy the rest of the party. Alright, now I'm on the spot. Hello everyone. I just wanted to say a massive thank you to everyone for being here today. It's really just been incredible for Vid and I to see how many people care about us and have travelled all this way to come and celebrate. So thank you so much. We just couldn't feel more loved as we do now. who knew that 5 years ago, almost 5 years ago, when I walked into a bar in Clapham and laid eyes on a tall, strapping Indian man with hair like David Hasselhoff, that we would find ourselves here now. So thanks again for being here. It's wonderful. Everyone, please enjoy the party and make sure you get some food because apparently it's really good. Drink up and yeah, thanks again for being here.